All right, today on the show, we're going to cover everything wrestling, and we're talking to T-Bone Jones. Stay tuned.
Yo, listen up. It's time for a tale about a podcast that'll leave you frail. Hard way wrestling coming at you raw. Bringing the heat, breaking every law. They drop the truth, no holds barred. Talking smack, getting you hyped up hard. Calling out the fakes, exposing the lies. Hard way wrestling taken by surprise. Hard way wrestling coming to your city. Nothing but realness, nothing but grit. Going down a goddamn, making them hard. Hard way wrestling straight from the heart.
Welcome to Hard Way Wrestling. It is Wednesday, and you know what that means. Well, we're getting ready to steal
We
that
don't
line.
know what that
We
means.
don't know what that. We know our ratings are going to be better than AEW, so that's all we know, right? We know
We've
they
already
know
got more
that-
fans in attendance, and I don't even think anybody's joined the chat yet.
No, we got one in the chat. We got one in the chat right now. So today we're going to talk about a bunch of wrestling, some wrestling stuff, but the main reason why we are here with the referee that calls it right down the middle. Whether he's got his glasses on or not, I don't know. T-Bone Jones. Jeremy, how are you, my friend?
Doing good, man. How are you?
I am wonderful. It is Wednesday, and we're almost through the week. Thank God. And man, I get to look at the two most handsome dudes in hardway wrestling history right now between you and Ricky.
Well, thank you.
That's only because Scotty's not here.
Well, that's true. Scotty's not here. He's a good-looking fella himself. Well, sort of. You know, we are. I'm gonna tell you now, Jeremy. I'm gonna make fun of you immediately. If we put Scotty on here, we are the ugliest motherfuckers on the internet. I ain't gonna lie. All four of it between Jeremy and I's head.
Yeah.
Scotty's eye and Ricky's fucked up beard. We are a mess. We are an absolute mess. So
Don't hate because I can grow a fucking beard.
I'm jealous. I just color mine so people see it more. So Jeremy, we just came off a awesome weekend of wrestling at USW, which you refereed. Did you enjoy yourself?
Absolutely. Yes, sir. I had a blast. My wife had fun. It was a great show. Great fans.
You sold some gimmicks. You sold me some toys. I bought some toys. Yeah. And I told you I already had some of them. I don't even know why I bought the damn thing.
Well, I appreciate it. I really do. I appreciate it.
So, Jeremy, tell everybody how you got into wrestling.
2013, March 23rd to be exact, 2013, I had went to a local APWA show, American Pro Wrestling Alliance in Shinston at the Fox's Pizza Den, School Square building. They had a little gymnasium hooked to the Foxes, and I went there, and they had a little tryout at the beginning of the show. Everybody paid $50 for an hour worth of training, and they watched you bump around and see where you were at and everything. And at the end of the training, I saw the promoter running around the building like he was frantic, like he was looking for something. And I looked at him and said, "Hey, man, like if there's anything I can do to help, security, referee, whatever, let me know." He said, "Give me a minute." He went in the back, and he came back a few minutes later, and he's like, "You're on in 10 minutes. Go meet with Mustafa." And I ended up wrestling my very first night in the business. Yeah.
What?
Damn.
Yeah, it's on the internet.
Oh, okay. Well, the internet is forever, so we're gonna make sure we get those links. So, how old were you when it came to you? Said
2013.
Take your pants off and get in the ring.
I was in my early 20s, probably mid 20s. Okay. Yeah.
Now, was this before? Now, who did you wrestle? Do you remember who you wrestled?
Mustafa Aries. He ended up being Sonny Boy on WWE a few months later. Oh. Sonny Boy from the New Day, the guy they pulled out of the crowd or whatever. They called him Sonny Boy.
I do not remember.
You
I
don't
don't
remember
remember
that?
that either. That was
2013.
probably
Go look it up. His wrestling gimmick was Mustafa Aries or something like that.
Gotcha. Okay, very cool. Now, was this before the backyard stuff? Was this
No, no,
before?
no. I'd done backyard like wrestling, boxing, and MMA from the time I was 6 until 2012. That's a whole nother story in itself. If you want to go there, we'll
Yeah,
go there.
absolutely, brother. I want to hear. I want to hear.
Okay,
Listen,
well, okay. Since we're going there, it's going
let
to
me give
cost.
you a little. Let me give you a little something here. You made some questionable calls on Saturday, right? So the only thing I can think is this guy's taking a lot of fucking shots to the head. So
I have
I need to know
a
what
lot
your
of
problem is, Jeremy. I need to know what your problem is.
Okay, well, if we want to go back that far, what happened was I was doing a little backyard thing. Started when I was like 6 years old. It grew. We were in 2012 for about 3 months in my own yard. We were drawing between 200, 300 people watching us in a makeshift ring, like literally beat the shit out of each other. There's video on the internet. And then Summit Park Volunteer Fire Department opened up because APWA and EWA, that was before them, had just left. And they were looking for something to come there to help them raise money for the fire department. And I was looking to get inside a building because it was becoming fall and we were going to have to stop fighting anyways. So they said, just bring your little stuff over here. We'll charge $5 a head and we won't pay anybody. Well, okay, I didn't get paid anyways. Let's do it for free anyway. So we end up going into a building that APWA and EWA was in and was only getting about 35 paying customers. And I took a 10 by 10 dog kennel, about 75 bums, had about 300 fights inside that dog kennel, and put 350 to 500 people in that building every single week.
Wow.
$5 a head.
Now, did you have a record? I mean, I'm not talking about your prison
Yeah,
record. I'm talking
backyard
about-
MMA. Backyard MMA. I was 40 wins, 9 losses, or 10 losses, 1 no contest. There's even video of me breaking a guy's arm on the internet. You can see that. You hooked an arm bar. Guy said, I rolled over onto my belly and I told him, I said, listen, I said, either tap or I'm breaking it. He yells out in the video, yells out, and you could hear it. Break it, baby. So I just set up and I broke it.
Break it, baby.
more guts
He's
than
like,
brains.
tap. Immediately, as soon as I broke it, he's like, I tap.
Yeah, I guess you did tap with your good arm. So
But,
you also did some boxing in an actual boxing ring, like the tough man
I fought in
contest.
6 tough men contests, 7 fights. I fought in 6 of them. I never won, and I never knew I was going to win because I wasn't a boxer. I'm not a boxer. I'm a grappler. I like to grab hold of people and choke people out or break an arm or, you know, I'm not really of a puncher. So I didn't win but one time, 2015, I won 1 fight there. And like I said, I'm not a boxer. So it is what it is.
Well, clearly the guy you beat wasn't a boxer either.
Well,
Now-
he took
now we know the brain
just
damage
a
is
little
coming from.
backstory to me winning that. He took that the tough man contest on a 3-day notice. He signed up 3 days before the event, and I had been training really, really hard. I had lost a good bit of weight and was down to about 145 and looked good. Had a 4-pack on my abs when I was standing still and stuff and tightened up a little bit, but I always keep that little layer of fat there. Yeah. Beer
Hey,
gut.
listen, I hear you. I like that you had a little 4-pack on your abs, and that guy probably drank a 12-pack before he got in the ring.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, back then. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
probably drinking. I didn't drink that night before I got in the ring, but I drank afterward.
I remember when they had the tough man contest around here in Martinsburg and stuff, and never got a chance to go. Always wanted to go, never got a chance to go. But all I had buddies that went, and they were like, I don't know, the fighting was terrible, and the guys were either drunk or high or whatever. And I guess is that what you ran into a lot of drunk guys, a lot of high guys.
A lot of that. And then 1 year I fought, and I ended up fighting a guy by the name of Prince Arthur Spites. And I went home and I knew the name sounded familiar. I did some research on the guy, and it turned out he was a professional MMA fighter from Nashville, Tennessee, and had fights televised. And I ended up fighting him a Tough Man. It was supposed to be everybody come in and sign up, and nobody has a professional record. And then come find out this guy's like 5-6 professionally and in MMA. And I'm like, man, that ain't even fair. It's like, how? And I went the next night and he won second place, but they found out he was a champion in MMA elsewhere. And they were like, you can keep the plaque, but you're not keeping the money. They took the $500 prize away
So
from him.
wait a minute. There's actual rules.
Yeah, there's rules and it's sanctioned by the athletic commission and everything, man. Like you
Okay.
got to. Yeah, I lied a few times to get past the athletic commission.
Sure.
Let's
What'd you lie?
go
What'd you
into
lie
that.
about? What'd you lie about?
What-
Were you on your form? Did you fill out that you had a full head of hair?
No, I filled out like never had surgeries and stuff like that. Like I lied about my health problems because if they would have known that, you know, some of the stuff that I got wrong with me, they would have never let me through. I would have never got through. Like my last stuff, man, was in 2022. I didn't tell them I had eye surgery. Kind of got underneath the radar a little bit the first time around.
Right.
After my fight, they checked my eye and they were like, "You got to get a doctor's note. We're never letting you fight here again." And they're like, "Your eye's been operated on." No, it hasn't. Yeah, it has. Your eye's been. No, it hasn't.
What happened? What happened to your eye, Jeremy?
I ripped the lens off of it in 2015 doing an amateur MMA fight. I'd done damage to it way before then, but in my amateur MMA fight, I waved the guy on and let him hit me, and he hit me. And when he hit me, he ripped the lens off the back of my eye.
That never seems to work good. Every time you see these fights on TV or whatever, and the guy's like, "Yeah, bring it on," and the guy fucking wallops him. He's like, "God, that was a fucking mistake."
This is the first and only time that's ever actually happened to me. Like where I've actually gotten injured afterwards because I've done it multiple times. 2015 Tough Man, I waved the guy on, let him hit me in the chin, and laughed at him. Like he got scared shitless. But I'd already scared the guy before I'd even gotten in the ring because we were lined up and we're talking. And this is a little backstory of 2015 Tough Man, my win, my one and only win. We were standing there talking. And he's like, "Is this your first Tough Man?" I was like, "No." Like, "Is this yours?" He's like, "Yeah, I took it on a 3-day notice." I said, "Well, this is my 6th. Good luck to you." And I patted him on the back. He got scared out of his mind before we even got in the ring. But, you know, that's a little wrestling psychology too. You know, a little intimidation goes a long way.
Sure. I do it. I do the intimidation thing in the back locker room of wrestling. I always tell people that I put icy hot in their trunks.
Oh my.
Well, I hear you said you laughed when the guy hit you on the chin, but I'm gonna tell you, Jeremy, T-Bone, you did not laugh on Saturday when this monster put his rock on you.
You caught me off guard though. Like you spun me around immediately. As soon as you spun me around, there was a fist in my chin. You know what I mean? The punch you don't see is the punch that knocks you out.
I'm gonna bring this. I'm gonna show this video here so everybody can see the punch heard around the world. Boy, I just knocked the absolute piss out of him. First off, it was a slow count. And honestly, you've been doing this slow count thing all night long. And now that I know that you have an eye problem and you have some health issues, I feel bad about it, right? I feel bad about it. But I ain't gonna lie. Most of the heel locker room area enjoyed that. So
I'm glad they thought it was great.
But you found your way back to your feet at some point and decided you were going to kick me, which I don't appreciate. And you'll be hearing from my lawyer at some point.
Stephen P. New.
So, but it's okay. You know, I kind of deserved it. I had a rough night, Jeremy. Anyway, with all the nonsense of the gross people in the crowd putting their hands, hugging me, and Brian Hardy.
Now, they're in your favorite tag team, by the way.
They're gross. They're the fattest, gross people I've ever seen. They should be called Mount Cholesterol instead of Mount Clippus. They are some thick boys. No, I'm lying. Those guys, they're great guys. They're great guys. Great tag team. We're going to be bringing them down for ATCW, which hopefully one day we'll get you down there, Jeremy. And
well, if they're coming from up here, I'll pile in the car with them. We'll split
Awesome.
the cost of everything.
If he's coming down to ATCW, he'll fit right in with the rest of the referees, Brandon, that has an eye problem.
Oh, yeah. Brian has an eye problem. Like, yeah, he can't see either. What is it? Mount Cow Piss, baby. That's Mount Cow Piss. That's funny. Also fucked me up. I completely lost what I was getting ready to say. so you transitioned from getting your face knocked in to did you ever how many matches, professional wrestling matches, did you have under your belt?
I had that one with Mustafa, and then I ended up working 3 more, and then I never got the chance to actually wrestle again because, like, right after that, it was like I got in the referee role, and I really got good at it. I really liked it. So I was like, I know I need more surgeries, which right now, technically I'm even putting off like 8 more right now. But
and is this all surgeries on your eye?
No, I've had 4 on my eye. If you can look closely enough, I got 1 ear in, 1 ear out. I can fold it back. I got a scar back here.
I know you can't hear out of 1 ear, right?
The right ear's completely shut off. So they're getting me a hearing aid for the left. It's going to be a cross hearing aid. It'll pick up the sound from this side and bring it over to here.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
I've had my heart operated on. I don't know if you've seen it Saturday night when I had my shirt off in the locker room, but I got like a foot-long scar on my back.
Don't be weird, T-Bone. I'm not.
No, I wasn't trying to be weird. I was just saying.
I'm not fucking looking at your bare chest.
Well, I got a giant scar on my back where they went into my heart and fixed my heart in 2000. I didn't have a main artery from my heart to my left arm. I was born without it.
Oh.
Blood flows backwards. And my heart is a shape of, the only thing they compare my heart to in shape-wise is the shape of a cow's heart.
So you and that's why you get along with Mount Clippus.
Well, I tell everybody, I make a joke, and I'm going to say it here. I say it in front of everybody anyways. When they told me that, I just said, well, that proves my mother was right when she said she was a purple hippo. My mom always said she was a purple hippo, so yeah, it just fit.
So tomorrow night I will be on T-Bone's podcast, and we will talk about my heart issues.
Oh wow, you got heart issues too? Wow,
yeah, I do. We'll talk about that. We'll get into that tomorrow night.
Yeah, most of my surgeries happened before I even turned 18.
Gotcha.
I was a little kid. I was allergic to like milk, wheat, rye, peanut butter when I was first born. My first surgery was before I was even a month old. They told my mom I wasn't going to make it past C in a year. And here we are 39 later. They also told me I would never make a kid. And here we are 13 kids later.
Jesus.
Yes.
Congratulations for having sex at least 13 times, Jeremy.
2 sets of twins.
You got a poor pull-out game.
Yeah. And I adopted 2 more.
Maybe she's yelling into the wrong ear. You think that's what? Maybe she's like, Jeremy, you need to pull out, and he's like, I can't fucking hear you. Come in the other ear, will you? I mean, Jesus. 13. Wait a minute. So 13 kids, all by the same woman?
No.
Yeah, buddy, spread that seed.
My first wife, we didn't think we could have kids. She come to me one day. She's like, I'm pregnant. They're not yours. And I'm like, what do you mean they're not mine? She's like, they're twins. And then when we went through our divorce, we did a DNA test. One was mine, one wasn't. In this great state of West Virginia, if a woman conceives in wedlock, it's automatically the husband's regardless of DNA. So I just recently got my daughter a halo off my child support, but I've been paying child support for a kid that ain't mine for 18 years.
I don't like that law.
Yeah.
That's why I don't live in West Virginia.
So, yeah, a set of twins. One's mine and one isn't.
Wild and wonderful.
Yep.
Wild and wonderful. So, well, damn, Jeremy, you're
I've lived the Jerry Springer life.
yeah.
I'm honest about it. I'm honest about it, man.
There is a lot of that. There's a lot of that in West Virginia. I ain't gonna lie. There's a lot of that. Jerry lived basically his whole career off of West by God. So, but yeah, no, we're good.
I worked at the bakery with a guy that was on Jerry Springer twice.
I believe it.
Not surprised.
You're not the father. So,
and yes, he was my cousin.
well, speaking of cousins, we talked about this right before you came on. That you are related to the wild, wonderful whites of West Virginia.
Yep.
And I told you everybody is, of course, because everybody's a cousin or a sister or brother or whatever in West Virginia. So you say you've never met them.
No, I've never met them, but like some of the whites, but not the ones that were down south in West Virginia. But yeah, I've met some of them, but I haven't met all of them. Like the ones that were in the movie, I never met. No.
That is that's a different inbreed there, my friend. That's
I've never even watched the movie. I've seen parts and clips. I've never watched the full movie or anything. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's been a while since I watched it, but every time we go to Shinston or Morgantown or that area, #cousins. That's what Austin said. Austin also said that your bloodline is as big as on Hawaii. So, every time I go to West Virginia in that area, I give my friend some shit about it because she's related to them also. So
yeah,
pretty cool. So you transitioned over from wrestling and MMA to refereeing. How do you enjoy that a lot more? I take it.
Yeah, I enjoy the refereeing aspect of it. I wanted to wrestle, and I still do, but at the same time, I just know my body can't hold up, and I know like it's a young man's sport, and I ain't getting younger, So I'm just sticking with the referee game, and I like it, and I'm getting a little bit of popularity using the T-Bone name and everything like that. Got my couple shirts on ProWrestlingTees.com, and yeah.
So tell me, how many matches do you think you do a year?
Referee wise,
I know you're everywhere. I see you all the time. You're always refereeing.
No, I slowed down since leaving RSW. Because they were doing a lot of shows. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna talk about the situation, but I'll talk about like they were doing a lot of shows, and I was refereeing pretty much everywhere with them. But
where in the hell is he going?
Where'd he go? Oh, he's turning the light on. I should probably do the same. Like, I apologize. My lighting in here sucks.
So give me, tell me, I just go turn my light on. Thank you for stalling there, Jeremy. Give me somebody that you've refereed, like your top star that you've refereed. Have you ever refereed with anybody of importance besides Brian Hardy and Jonathan Cross?
I've refereed with Kevin Sullivan on one side of the ring, outside the ring, managing. And on the other side of the ring, Ted DiBiase was managing the other guy outside the ring. The two guys in the ring was Barbarian from WCW versus Viper from Ohio. I don't know if you know who Viper is or not, but Viper used to wrestle. This was back in 2013 and 14. Ted. I worked two main events with Ted DiBiase that weekend, Saturday and then Sunday. He was
very cool.
And then Kevin Sullivan, Barbarian. I was in the movie Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies. I'm in the first 5 minutes of that movie.
Please tell me you died. Did you die?
No, I didn't. I was a security guard at a wrestling show that they were doing before everything happened in the beginning of the movie. It was actually the last thing they filmed, and I got to be a security guard. It was like early on in the APWA stuff I was doing.
Where can we find this gem?
Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies is on Peacock.
Is it really?
What?
Yes,
now, do you get any residual money from this?
Fuck no.
No credits, no credit,
Credits,
nothing.
no nothing. I was
What?
just somebody walking around the ring.
You didn't get your name as like
No,
in this credits or key grip or
nothing.
wow. We need to negotiate.
I'm wearing an Aces and Eights shirt that I bought from Garrett Bischoff, Eric
Oh
Bischoff,
my God. Who's this Mark?
and I had hair and a goatee at the time. So if you look for me in the movie, I got a hair.
Okay, well,
He ain't lying. It is on the cock.
He is. Listen, we've probably been said for months now. Jeremy is on the cock. So,
It's got Roddy Piper, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and Matt Hardy in it.
oh, okay. Did you get to meet any of those guys?
Yes, I've met most of them. Yes,
Very cool. Very cool.
they were all nice guys.
Well, Jeremy, I had a great time with you. That's the second time we've only known each other for a little bit now. Actually, since March, I guess, our first USW show, and got to do another show with you again. You're always a joy. You're very respectful. You say "sir" all the time, and now that I know that you're younger than I am, you better call me fucking sir from here on out.
What did he say his birthday was?
When's your birthday?
My birthday's October 15th, 1984.
He's younger than me, too, because I'll be 40 in a couple weeks.
Yeah, yours is August, right? August 7th?
10th.
10th? Close.
That's right. You can call me sir,
I was raised
too.
by my grandparents. So that's like, I feel like I was brought up in the wrong time. Like, today's world's nothing like, totally different. Totally different.
Definitely not. Yeah. Definitely not. Well, again, it's always a joy to work with you. It was very nice of you to let me punch you in the face.
Anytime.
Listen, your head has great acoustics because the sound that it made, I don't know if you could hear it on the video, but the sound that it made when I clocked you in the side of the head was pretty awesome. It was so awesome that it confused everybody in the fucking stand. They were like, some woman, and you try to when it comes to wrestling, you try to do what you can do to suspend belief, right? We all know it's predetermined or it's whatever you want to call it. People call it the F word and that kind of stuff. But when I smacked you upside your coconut, the lady in the front row looked at me. She goes, "Why did you do that?"
Yeah, I was getting ready to bring that up. I was like on the video, she looked right at you. Why did you do that?
And I looked at her and I was like,
"Oh, that's hilarious."
I don't know. I don't know. It sounded so good though.
It did sound good. It looked good.
It surprised you didn't turn around and look at the lady and give her one of them.
Listen, I would have, but that crowd. There's something about West Virginia women that you just don't fuck with. They are rowdy and they will cut you.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they were all Rutgers family right there in that corner. So most
of them were, yes.
Yeah, there wasn't one felony in that. There was multiple felonies in that front row. But no, it was a good time. Good time. Not the greatest crowd in the world. I've definitely had bigger crowds, but if you come to any wrestling in West Virginia, especially USW, if you don't show up to a USW show, you're missing out because we put on a hell of a show.
Absolutely.
It is probably unlike any show that I've ever been a part of. Everything's very well thought out. It's we go over it and go over it and go over it. I had more spots than anybody on that show. I'm pretty sure since I was involved in 100%.
Hey now.
Well, I mean,
I was out there 6 matches, buddy.
and you only counted to 6 times, right? You had so many opportunities to end the night early, and you didn't, right? You're a little. And now that I understand your history, I understand why you just might be a tad bit slow, right? It's fine. It's fine. So.
Hardy's got to get USW a little bit closer towards this way instead of West Virginia.
And now that you said that, it just brings me. I just remember we had our other referee, Bob Starr, who had his blood pressure was like through the fucking ceiling, and he couldn't ref. Like we wouldn't let him ref. We were afraid that he was either something was going to happen. We were worried about him. So Jeremy went from 3 matches, well, actually 3 or 4 matches, right? Because we ended up having a dark main.
Yeah.
To working them all, right? And that building was not comfortable. It was very warm in the building. He wasn't wearing a fur. I should have made him wear that fucking fur I was wearing.
Oh my God. I'd have died. I thought I was going to have a heat stroke then.
I was soaked underneath. And then you had all those crusty Pauly Clippus fans hugging me, which made it even worse. I had to wring out my fur from all those women. Yeah, you had your work cut out for you, man. Have you ever worked so many matches before?
Yes, I have.
Yeah,
I've Iron Man more than one. I probably Iron Man probably about 12 shows altogether.
I don't know how you do it, because you got to know. First, you got to know. First off, you got to be able to count to 3, which is a little suspect with Jeremy. But second, you got to know every finish.
1,
right.
2, I gotta ask where 3 is.
It's usually on the other hand, right? It's usually on the other hand.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that.
But you got to know every finish. Like you have to, and you have to remember every finish. And Jeremy, you never left the ring. Like I could see where a referee would do a match, go to the back, ask for the finish again, and then go back out. You never left the ringside.
Yeah, I did leave the ring, and yes, I kind of did do that.
I'm not gonna
lie. I'm not gonna lie or hide my secrets. Yes, I ran back to the locker room real quick. Like I would make like Axel Crow. Okay, I'll just use him for an example. I helped him to the back, and as I was helping him to the back, I'm finding out the finish for the next one.
Okay. Well, you're smarter than I am because I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
Well, good job. I really appreciate you. You had your workout out for you, and it's good knowing.
I had a blast. The only match that caught me off guard was Brian and Huck. I had no idea they were going all the way outside and down the park. And
none of us did. None of us. And that's one thing Brian does really well is keep everything kayfabe. Most things kayfabe, right? If it has something to do with your match, it's another story. Zero idea. And then I don't know, Ricky, if you caught the match or not. If you guys haven't caught it yet, it's up on T-Bone's YouTube page. Go check it out. There is a suplex into the rocks, which was a shorter suplex, but asking memory of the most out of control. Oh, here we go. We got a question coming in. Thank you. Deadpool is in the chat. He's got a movie coming out. So there was a more than Austin. Okay. I'll get your question in a second. So there was a suplex in the rocks, which those were not little tiny rocks. They were big old jagged rocks. And then there was a suplex. Did not look fun. Right. And I'm stunned. Like I'm following them outside too. And actually I'm glad we went outside because it was cooler. Right. It was cooler outside. So they suplex into the rocks, and then they went over and there was a suplex on Huck's car. And when Huck's foot hit the windshield, it broke the windshield.
No, it was a body slam, and it was Huck body slamming Brian on the car.
Yeah, but Brian's foot hit
Brian's foot hit the windshield.
Hit the windshield and
you
broke
said it backwards. You said it Huck.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Well,
I got you.
Somebody yelled, better call Geico or something. I don't know. It was kind of it was a funny spot, and then we all broke character there for a couple of seconds as Huck goes, Jesus Christ, I broke my window. I was like, okay, we'll just, hey, Huck, drag him back in there. Let's get him back inside. And then there was threw him through the chairs. And it was a pretty rough match, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
All right. We got a question for the chat. Asking memory of the most out of control event. Well, I just told you the most out of control, i.e., get the hell out of here match ever. What is give me a time in your wrestling career, whether in the ring or out of the ring, that the place just went absolutely fucking crazy and you were like, this is nuts.
Like the loudest pop, or
I would say a bad situation.
Bad situation.
Probably when he had to ask the front row what comes after 2.
I've done that a couple times. No. Bad situation. I don't think I've had one in professional wrestling. Bad like backyard. All right, I'll tell you about the backyard situation. It was bad. 2012, we were finishing up the show. We just had two heavyweights get done fighting inside this 10x10 dog kennel we had. Davey the Ripper Davis and what was the guy? Dylan Burnside. They just got done fighting, and no longer did we get done fighting. Boom, 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 boom. Cops kicked in every single door. Athletic Commission came in, shut us down.
They had to call the cops for that?
Yeah, they had the Athletic Commission. Like, they came in full riot gear. You would have thought I was a drug dealer, dude. I'm not even joking. Like, they kicked in the fire department doors. They could have easily opened the door. I didn't know, but at the time, that fire department we were at was sketchy and was being investigated. And I didn't know that.
Wait a minute. A sketchy fire department?
Yeah, they were sketchy. Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, I should have knew something was up, red flag, and this is another one of those oh my God shit moments. First one was our very first night there. They told us you can't have any drugs in the building or anything because they didn't know what our guys did. And I was like, okay, cool. They come to me at the end of the night and they're like, we smell weed. Not mine. None of my guys got anything. You know, my guys are packing up and leaving. So we went through the whole building with the fire department staff, and we go back to this back, and one of the corners all the way back, hiding behind some shit. Two of the volunteer fire department employees smoking a joint. I was like, that's great. You know, you guys saying not for us to do anything, and then you're doing it. And then our first show there, my cousin Sherry comes to me and she's like, Jay, she's like, you gotta go see Virginia. My family called me Jay. They're like, Jay, you gotta go see Virginia at the door. I was like, why? She's like, just go get Virginia away from the door. I'm like, why? It's like, she's the fire department staff. She's taking money at the door. Like, why am I going to go get Virginia? She's like, she just got something blue hanging out of her nose. I go up the door and this lady's got a blue pill hanging out of her freaking nose. I'm like, no way. And she's taking money at the door for the fire department.
Wait a minute. So these fucking rednecks, you know, you swallow, you know, you swallow pills, right? Did they not know you swallow pills?
No, she obviously
you have a deviated septum or something.
She tried snorting it and it wasn't all the way crushed up. Apparently, it was a big blue chunk of a pill hanging right here.
Oh man.
At that point, I was like, get me the fuck out of here. But then we were drawing such big crowds, and like our stuff on YouTube at the time was blowing up and everything, which the Athletic Commission made me pull down. Eventually, I put it back up, but most of it got pulled down and deleted. When the Athletic Commission made me pull it all down. So years later, they gave me permission to put it back up. So
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, you're well traveled, my man.
Oh, I'm all over West Virginia. I don't really go out of the state very much. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of.
Do they legally let you?
I don't know. Yeah, how far will that bracelet let you go?
I don't have one on, thank God. I've never actually, like, other than with the Athletic Commission, I've never really been in trouble. I don't get in trouble. I take care of my wife and my kids. My child support's all up to date. You know, I do what I need to do family wise. I don't run around with my wife or anything like that. I'm 10 weeks sober now. 11 weeks.
Congratulations!
No alcohol whatsoever. I mean, I still smoke my weed. I ain't gonna lie to anybody. I still smoke weed, but that's about it. I don't do anything else.
Yeah. Well, good for you, man. No, I really appreciate working with you, and I know, a little bit of the story going on that was happening over the last couple of weeks, and I hope you guys get that worked out. I know I never say never in this business.
I'm just ignoring that side, like, hey, you stay over there, I'm gonna stay over here. You keep talking, I'm not talking anymore about it. Like,
no, that's very smart, and hopefully one day that you guys will get everything worked out and get back to being all rednecky together. You know,
not for like, yeah. I'll explain to you later.
Yeah, no worries, man. No worries.
Yeah.
So
I wish them the best. I wish them the best. I'll say that. I wish them the best, and I pray for each and every one of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of good guys over there. Tim Cross this guy runs more shows than Vince McMahon. I'm pretty sure. Like this guy is 3 shows a weekend. Like he's for like his promoting and him getting RSW out there is pretty fucking amazing. And I don't get to watch everything, but I kind of I kind of watch everything, but I don't watch everything. You know what I mean? So it's hard to keep it. But I see the posts all the time. So I think he's got a decent.
They don't have bad athletes.
No, they really don't. And I went to one RSW show, and that's where I met. And I don't think you were on that show, but that's where I met Tim. And they had guys in from Pittsburgh and for the Wizinator guys.
Yeah,
I fucking love them. They might be my favorite tag team of all time. Like, there's a lot of good guys over in that area. So, what's next for Jeremy before we get into
what's next with me? I have no idea yet. We'll see. I got a couple little tricks up my sleeve that I'm trying to do here, but other than that, I'm going to keep doing my podcast every week, and hopefully when USW has another show coming up, I'll be on the card and right there refereeing. But as of right now, I'm not booked anywhere.
Okay. Well, there'll be bookings.
My schedule's wide open. If anybody out there hears me, sees me, wants to use me, I'm right here in Clarksburg, West Virginia.
Well, I tell you, I took. I think I was off for like maybe a month from wrestling. I did a stadium show here, and then I was off for a month, and it was the nicest month I've ever had. Right? It was so nice to be off and not be sore the next day or not have somebody hug me. But then like towards like 2 weeks after being off, I was like shaking a little bit. Like, man, I gotta at least get near a ring. I actually bought my fiance a wedding ring or a engagement ring just so I could be near a ring. But yeah, so good things to come for you for sure, my man. And you just keep plugging away. Enjoy your little time off, and then you'll be back at it before you know it.
Oh yeah. I'm not going anywhere. Like they'd have to kill me to get rid of me.
That's for sure. And if you haven't died by now, you're never gonna. If you didn't die from the punch her around the world, bro, you're never gonna die.
I've actually died 3 times. They brought me back. Honest to God.
Okay.
He's trying to catch
everybody this. I tell everybody this: heaven don't want me, and hell won't claim me. So,
that's a hell of a gimmick that you're trying to do there with the zombie T-bone.
He's trying to catch Ric Flair.
Jesus, that was the longest nap in wrestling history.
Yeah, most definitely.
All right, well, let's get into a little bit of wrestling news. We got a couple updates here, then we'll knock out a little bit of Raw and talk about Raw, and then we'll get out of here. Jamie Hayter, a little update on Jamie Hayter. A long-awaited update on the status of AEW Women's former champion, Jamie Hayter. She suffered an injury during a April 19, 2023 episode of Dynamite when she and Britt Baker defeated Toni Storm and Ruby Soho. Christ, Ricky, it's been that long.
So long ago. I know.
It feels like she's been gone.
Yeah.
For
it's been
more
far
than it's
too
only
long.
been a year. It's only been a little over a year.
Yeah.
Wow. So
it's a long ass time.
Yeah.
We needed that.
Jeremy, are you familiar with Jamie Hayter?
Yes, sir. I watch AEW.
Oh, okay. So I ordered the All Out figure, the Jamie Hayter All Out figure, and I actually thought that she was going to be back before it came out because it took so long. But the figure came out a couple months. Finally got it in the mail a couple months ago. So Hayter was a champion at the time and didn't compete again until Double or Nothing on May 28th when she dropped the title to Toni Storm. So she was already injured when she dropped that title. Has Toni Storm held that title for a year?
No. No, because
She
remember,
lost it to
Hikaru Shida was
Hikaru
like
Shida.
the transitional champion like 2 or 3 times, and then Saraya had it.
That's right. That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, according to Fightful's Sean Ross Sapp, Hayter was backstage at Dynamite recently, in the recent months for a physical. The feeling inside the company is positive and a movement towards her overall recovery. So much so that the talent have had matches pitched to them that would involve Jamie Hayter's return. T-Bone, Jamie Hayter comes back. She's great. We love her. She was great with she was
Britt
running
Baker.
with she was running with Britt Baker. She was Britt's side piece, I guess. You know, she wasn't making out with her like the girls do now. So
Yeah.
wrestling has really evolved when it comes to lesbianism. Where do you think Jamie Hayter should go first? First feud coming out of the box. Where should she go?
Wouldn't it make sense to have her feud with Britt Baker? She was with Britt Baker. You know, have them split,
Okay.
or have them stay together and have them go against Sasha Banks or Mercedes Moné or whatever.
Right on. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. She's going to come in, help Britt take the TBS title off of Monet. And
you really think they're going to move that title already?
I hope so. She's got the strong woman's title.
Yeah, but that's somewhere else. That's not.
I don't know. I'm not a Monet fan.
Yeah, nobody is.
The
ratings prove it.
I could see her and Britt Baker still staying together, and then her eventually going back at the world title.
Okay, all right. Well, I think the feud coming out of the box, I don't think that you need to give her such a high profile match. I don't think she needs to be involved in the title match. But I think you put her. I think you bring back, or you put her in there with what's the girl from the Dark Order? What was her name?
Anna Jay.
Anna Jay. We give her Anna Jay. Anna Jay's been doing some great stuff. We bring her in and let her squash Anna Jay for at the first pay-per-view, and then we move on to something bigger and better.
Works for me.
That would work, yeah.
Or she goes to WWE like she should. So we have a Rhea Ripley update. She came back on Monday Night Raw or last week. She showed up and chased Liv Morgan away after Liv tried to fuck Dom on TV again. It's we're T-Bone. We are this close to penetration, man.
I agree. I've seen it. I've seen clips of it, man.
We go to Netflix, bro, full frontal. I know we're going to see Liv Morgan's pubes at some point if she's got it.
Don probably had to tape it to his freaking thigh.
For my kids' sake, I hope not. But yeah, I see it coming too. I do. Yeah. I see it going that
How
direction.
many Netflix accounts do you own, T-Bone?
What?
How many Netflix accounts do you own?
I own one Netflix account.
Okay. Well, you might want to get a second one with just your profile. Put a password on that thing. Are they gonna have to put a password on Monday night on Netflix? You know, because they're almost fucking on USA.
Yeah, I agree. Like
they're almost banging on Fox.
It'll be one of those child safety settings or whatever.
Yeah.
Gotta put a password in. The password is Liv's tits. Anyway, Rhea Ripley has showed back up on Monday Night Raw last night. She cut a little promo in the middle of the ring. Sources are saying that she is not cleared to wrestle yet. She is going to be dancing around this injury all the way to SummerSlam. So she comes back at SummerSlam. Her first opponent, they've already released the SummerSlam card, right? Which is right now 5 matches or 6 matches, one or the other, which most likely will not change because that's what WWE does. They only do 5 or 6 matches. Does she take the title back off of Liv?
That's strange that she's still nursing that injury because at first we thought she was going to have surgery and be out for quite some time.
Well, she did the instead of surgery, she did the therapy, physical therapy.
Yeah. And got married.
and got married. So
Lucky buddy.
yeah, lucky buddy. Still not as horny as Liv. What? So did T-Bone? Did she take this title back when she comes back, or did they keep it on Liv for a while?
I see Rhea getting it back. I see Rhea getting it back.
Yeah.
I'm on the fence with this. I could almost see Dom turning and actually going with Liv.
Yeah.
I thought that. I did. I thought that. But I also think that Dom might end up trying to turn, but end up bucking up and like slipping on banana peel or something. And Rhea still end up with the title, but Dom's going with Liv. I still see that. I don't know. One way or the other, either way, it's going to happen.
I'm telling you, we're getting to the custody of Dom on a pole match.
It's coming.
The rematch of that, right? Just with two different people.
I don't think this whole Judgment Day thing's done yet. I think it's going to be Finn and JD, and maybe Carlito. We'll just see if it's cool or not for him.
Carlito's been great.
But I think Liv is going to be part of Judgment Day here eventually. I don't think that portion of the story is over, and I don't see Liv dropping that title anytime soon to mommy.
Yeah, I don't know that she's going to yet. I could see Judgment Day splitting up where it's Rhea and Priest, and then the other side you got Liv, Finn, JD, and Carlito.
Yeah, they're
caught in the middle.
They're turning Priest face.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah,
you can definitely see it.
Yeah, and he had a little bit of that little thing that they did last night or Monday night.
Gunther.
Yeah, well, that was with Gunther.
Yeah,
I don't talk about when they were in the back when Jay walked up and said, "Is mommy a free agent?"
Oh
yeah. Priest about lost his shit. I don't know if you caught Priest's face, but he was trying.
Yeah, he was trying not to laugh.
Trying to hold it together. So
he said, "Dom, man, you've been in jail. You gonna let him talk to you like that?"
Rhea Ripley opened the show Monday night. Immediately focused on the Women's World Championship. She demanded Liv Morgan to come out, but Dominic came out instead. Mysterio attempted to apologize, which he did most of the night. This led to Ripley challenging Morgan for a match. Morgan accepted our SummerSlam, saying it again. The goal is still to take everything from Ripley, including Mysterio. So she basically said, "I didn't see anything in this weirdo and his stupid mustache." No offense, Jeremy. But after spending time with him, he kind of grew on her. I love the parallels between Dominic and Liv, or Dominic and Rhea and Eddie and Chyna.
Yeah.
Right? They keep
following in his daddy's footsteps.
In his real daddy's footsteps, that's for sure. So then we get a Jey Uso Dominic Mysterio match. Jey defeats Dominic by pinfall. I feel like they should have had Jey lose this match and just have Liv continuously making sure that Dominic continues to be a winner. So would that make more sense?
It would, but I don't think they want to have Jey taking a loss to Dom right now because Jay's still pretty hot on the roster.
Did you see he's got hands now? He's got no foam hands.
Yeah.
Okay. So what else happened here? We had a Sheamus defeated Bronson Reed via pinfall as Pete Dunne, the French Pete Dunne, ran in to make the save. Dunne then refused a Sheamus handshake before attacking Sheamus, leaving him lying at Reed's feet, and then Reed hit the tsunami. Do we like heel Butch?
I mean, he was a heel to begin with the Brawling Brutes. I mean, they were heels. So, I mean, nothing new, really.
Yeah.
I guess this is to put Sheamus in another program.
Right. Do they end up putting Butch over? Pete Dunne. Did they end up putting him? Yeah.
Probably. Sheamus has been around for a while.
You know what I mean? They would have to.
We had a little thing in the back with Zelina Vega, and what did they give a name yet to Shayna Baszler's group, Sonya Deville's group?
Not that I'm aware of. I didn't see this part.
You need to go back and watch this because what is her name? Shit, I forgot her name already. Zelina Vega just absolutely destroys that whole group with a couple words.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
She's
talking
like
about
half of all of their sizes.
she said something about I don't like something about I can't see over Doll's mustache and I can't see over your mustache, Sonya, or something like that, or Shayna's mustache. Like
Wow.
it was pretty funny.
Nice.
But Zelina will pay later on. Deville's the advocate. That's what they're hits her with the advocate, which is a reverse DDT after the match. Deville, Shayna Baszler, and Zoe Stark beat down Vega until King Carter and Katana Chance and Lyra Valkyrie run in for the save. And then I believe we get Shayna Baszler does that, puts Zelina's arm back and stomps on it and hurts Zelina Vega. So I don't know if they're writing Zelina off for a short amount of time here, but she's going to be out. She's got an arm injury. Damian Priest defeats Braun Strowman via pinfall. This actually, it's not a bad match. I guess they're ending the story with Braun Strowman. He looks, man, he's hard to watch. What do you think? What is going on with him? Like he can't walk. He walks like Jeremy referees. Like it's spotty. Like
Oh,
I think Braun Strowman's he's taken a lot of bumps over these last years, and like I'm not sure how much he's got left, but he's running. He's trying to run. He runs like he should be hiding his burner behind the trapper keeper. Damian Priest hits the South of Heaven, which looked amazing on Braun Strowman to get the win. Then we get a Shayna Baszler. That's where we get the part. So Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark defeated Caden, a Katana Chance at King Carter via pinfall. Stark pinned Chance, and that's where we got the part where Zelina got her arm fucked up. Adam Pearce extended Drew McIntyre's extension. Listen, all you had to do was apologize to the referee, and we're good. And Drew was like, "No, not gonna have it." So dropped the two referees. Jeremy, did you watch this? Did you watch Raw? Did you get a chance to watch this?
I watched some highlights. I'm not gonna lie.
Did this hurt your feelings when he shoved the referees down?
Oh no, it didn't hurt my feelings. I mean, it's part of the show, but
okay. Well, I mean, it didn't look like it was part of the show.
No, he
you bump better than these two referees did.
Well, I mean, I've been doing this since 2013. They're probably a little younger than I am. They're probably
I can't tell how old you are.
Experience.
So at what point do we get Adam Pearce in the ring versus Drew McIntyre? Like it's coming, right? He's taking an elbow. There's a lot of physical stuff going on with Adam Pearce.
He was up in his face.
Are we gonna get a Adam Pearce match here?
I hope we do. I want to like that. That'd be good for Adam Pearce.
Now, didn't we get an Adam Pearce match years ago when he first came in?
Been about 5 years, yeah.
Probably. Who was that? Who was that match?
Oh, I can't remember.
Brock Lesnar beat the piss out of him. I thought. Yeah, Lesnar gave him an F5 or whatever after he suspended him. And
but he came down dressed in gear, like he was in his gear.
He was in gear at one point in time. Forget who he wrestled, but he did wrestle in WWE.
Yeah, it was. He was still the GM at the time, but he came down and got.
Yeah, but I thought I thought he came out in his gear, and then he said that he had a replacement to fill in for him. I can't remember.
You may be right on that. I don't remember either.
And I want to say it had something to do with Brock.
Adam Pearce. Wrestling One official destiny. Travel wrestling history. Yeah, I'm gonna do some research. I'm not gonna stay here all day trying to figure this.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
All the internet. All the internet.
I would. I want to see a Nick Aldis versus Cody Rhodes 3 match.
That'd be pretty good.
That's what I want to see. But on WWE. But on WWE.
Oh yeah, we go get the big gold back.
Yeah.
Yeah. We finally figured out who Uncle Howdy was via Chad Gable. He went around telling everybody he figured it out. It's Bo Dallas, right? So I don't know if you guys knew it or not, but it is Bo Dallas. So
Yeah, he did some great detective work to figure that one out.
Yeah. Lots of detective work there.
So he called out Bo Dallas. Bo Dallas comes out. The Creeds follow, beat the shit out of Bo Dallas. Bo Dallas is laughing in his face the whole time, and he tells Chad Gable, "I see you," and he's laughing the whole time. Of course, Chad and the Creeds don't know what the fuck's going on. So the fog hits. We get the fog in the ring, and we get our first real good look of the Wyatt Six. It was really good imagery. Yeah. I don't know what they're going to do wrestling wise. I don't know how they're going to wrestle in those masks, or if they're not wrestling those masks. Or we did get a little promo too.
Somebody will fucking lose an eye to a beak if they have to wrestle in their mask.
No shit. We got a promo during the evening from Big Red about losing Brody and losing Bray. If you haven't seen it, to go back and fucking look at it because you will cry.
Yeah,
it is definitely a tearjerker.
That was the tape they dropped off on the Pat McAfee show.
Yes. So, Eric Rowan looks old. Like he looks like whatever happened to him over the last couple of years has really weathered him. So, or he just the mask. He's starting to look like the mask. So. Anyway, we get a good shot. The Creeds and Gable skidoo out of the ring, and we get a good look at the Wyatt Six. Then the main event, Intercontinental Breakfast Championship title, Ilya Dragunov versus Sami Zayn, ends via disqualification on the shittiest spear in the history of Braun Breaker. Did you see this spear?
Are you talking about the one where he runs back and forth in the ring with the overhead camera?
That was the second one. The first one was where he came down to the ring and he ran around the ring and he literally put his head right in Elio's balls.
Oh, no, I missed that.
Yeah, he put it right in his balls. It was fucking terrible. And then it was Sammy for the next one, right? Sammy was the one
Sammy in the ring, where he's running back and forth off the ropes and like Sammy staggers right in his running lane.
He was not running 40 miles an hour at that point. He was only running about 36. Yeah. Braun about took his fucking head off.
Really?
Yeah. Well, Braun hits the ropes, right? 40 miles an hour, whatever they say the stats are. He's hit boom, 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 boom. And when he goes to hit the rope like for the fourth time, as he's passing Sammy does the Kairi Sane drunken sailor or the Io Shirai drunken sailor walk right into his fucking running lane. So,
oh my goodness,
kind of slowed him down a little bit. Anyway, hit the spear and Braun is standing tall again. Now, did they announce? Are we getting a Braun Breaker match in SummerSlam? I didn't see that on the card yet.
I'm assuming it's going to be a triple threat.
Ilya takes the pin.
Somebody's taking the pin and Sammy's losing that belt.
Yeah, I could see. I could see it happening. I'm glad they didn't do it at the last pay-per-view, but I can see it happening now.
Yeah, Sammy won't take the pin probably to lose the belt. It'll be Breaker beating Dragunov most likely.
Yeah,
I was thinking,
or maybe they go vice versa.
You never know.
You wouldn't see it coming because everybody's really expecting Braun, I think, to be the one to take the belt off Sammy at this point.
It would just piss Braun off even more.
Yeah.
So
And it would upset some of the fans, so that'd probably be a good thing and a bad thing.
You get Sammy out of the way of that, and then you just get a feud with Dragunov and Breaker again, and Scotty will be watching that with no pants on.
yeah,
That's his
So-
boys.
So we have another guy on here, Scotty Two Bodies, and he is a big Elio Braun. Like he likes these new guys coming in. We always tell him that when they come on screen, he takes his pants off. He's so excited. So that's gonna do it for Raw. We're gonna get out of here. So Jeremy, it was so nice having you. I'm glad we got you on here.
I'm just glad he had good internet connection.
I told Ricky, I said, what are the chances he's got Brian Hardy connection? Well, Brian, of course, I don't know who's got more kids now, Jeremy or Brian. Who's got more kids? Do they all have your last name?
No, they do not.
I don't know.
They're all using the same internet connection. I don't know.
That's Brian's thing. He's got 37 kids that are all on the same bandwidth. So
No, I don't have that. I have 5 that live at home, but they're not all in the house right at the moment. So
gotcha. Well,
I'm home alone.
You lucked out. Well, thank you so much for coming on here. I appreciate it. You're welcome back anytime. We will. Where am I at this weekend? So this is the only video. We're only going to be on here today. The rest of the week is a mess. Thursday, I will be on the T-Bone Jones Show. I'm super excited about that. We'll get to do some more time tomorrow. I promise I'll be a little bit more lively than Robbie was. I don't know. He fucking slept through that. I don't know. So anyway, plus I have this Friday Voltage Wrestling in Martinsburg, West Virginia. Saturday ATCW, and then Sunday TCW.
I'm bringing the kid to his first show this Saturday.
Oh, very cool.
So he'll be there.
Awesome.
Yeah, very cool. Jeremy, love to have you come down if you're interested in coming down to the show. You're in on my dime, brother.
Okay, yeah. I'll see what I can do. See what I can rearrange. You said you're gonna have Mount Kilpus down.
They won't be down this week. I haven't booked them yet. I talked to Chucky about them because I think they're great. We're getting ready to have a tag tournament. So looking for tag teams, and
whenever they come down, I'll come down with them and we'll all ride together.
Perfect.
That way I know I got a guaranteed ride, because my car isn't very good at the moment.
Don't you have a bicycle or something?
Yeah.
It's really all downhill. Once you get to Cumberland, it's just
okay.
You just go right downhill. So Ricky, where can we find you this week?
At work.
At work.
No, I'll be at ATCW Saturday night. Like I said, bringing the kid. I don't know if you're setting up the hard way table or not. Scotty is. I thought Scotty said he'd be there. I don't know.
I honestly have not talked to Scotty. I think he sent a message today, said he wouldn't be on because of earlier this week about his work schedule. So, yeah, we'll have some sort of table set up. We'll do what we do. So if you're coming out to our show, honestly, ATCW this weekend, going to be a great show. Lots of surprises. Going to be a good time. So anyway, that's good.
Cross is a face there, so he's not hitting referees.
I would love to punch that Brandon right in the face.
And it still baffles the shit out of me. Like,
yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
It's an alternate universe.
The fans love me regardless. I don't know why. I really don't know why. They hug me if I'm good. They hug me if I'm bad.
Except for that one lady who put the double birds in your yap.
Birds in my face. Well, she had as many teeth as she had fingers up that day. So when you're in West Virginia, you're in West Virginia. That's exactly what you get. So anyway, that's good to do here for Heartbreak Wrestling. Please go like, subscribe, ring the bell. We're on YouTube.
What?
We're on Instagram.
What?
Our Facebook page is now damn near 7K followers. So
yeah,
check that out. If you want to catch it, first off, ugly motherfuckers, right? Look at us. Like I've seen better heads in the lettuce aisle. Right?
Isn't
If you don't like looking at us, we're on iTunes, we're on Spotify,
Yeah.
we
What?
were on Google Play, but Scotty fucked it up. So
Damn.
check us out everywhere that you can find Hardway Wrestling. We are there. So thank you guys again, and we'll see you next time.
On the hard way.
Now, wait
God
a
bless everybody.
minute. Is that your sign off? God bless everybody.
Yep.
I did not.